This hospital in particular, I'm here now because I didn't really have a choice to go anywhere else, but I do not recommend this Surrey Memorial Hospital to anyone.
Hello, what is your name? How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. My name's Wes.
Nice to meet you. Wes, do you have a family doctor?
I do, yes.
And how long does it take?
It took me a while to get a family doctor. Yeah, but once I got him, I'm not letting go because in Surrey, it's really bad. I know a lot of people cannot get family doctors, and places are just saying no to everyone.
And what are they supposed to do if they don't have a family doctor?
They go to the walk-in clinics, which are overloaded. A lot of them close early. People don't get the service they need, and a lot of people go without their mental health meds, their physical meds, anything like that. They go without because they have no choice, unfortunately.
Have you or anyone you know experienced long time waitings for treatment?
Oh yeah, I've waited hours. I could tell you I've waited 6 hours easily at this hospital. This hospital in particular, I'm here now because I didn't really have a choice to go anywhere else, but I do not recommend this Surrey Memorial Hospital to anyone. I've lost a lot of people here just for the way people are treated, and getting into something else is the stigma that they have here. So the way they treat people when they come in, if a person looks like they're homeless, they get treated less than the nice dressed grandmother that comes in, or if they're drunk or they have substance abuse issues, they get treated less than. Then they have that fear that they're going to be treated that way, so they don't come back. And they suffer with their things, and I know a lot of people that died. I can tell you my brother was in the house right across from here. It's a recovery center. He ended up getting a health issue where he needed serious meds and serious care. He was brought here, and they basically just assumed that he was an addict, and that's all it was. It was something else. It was just potassium. So in this hospital, they continuously kept doing that, until eventually he started to lose consciousness, had a heart attack, and they started doing compressions for a half an hour in front of us, and he died. And we watched my baby brother die in front of us, only because they didn't do the proper tests like they normally would. Just treated him like he was just another addict and keep giving him Narcan. That's their answer to everything. And in this day and age, I get that, I understand it, but it's not every situation. And they kind of judge the book by its cover, right? Which is just not right.
That's horrible.
It's devastating. And and that was for physical pain. My wife of about 9 years, almost 9 years, had mental health issues, borderline personality disorder, things like that. She tried to get help with Fraser Health and Surrey Mental Health, and she was treated horribly. She was treated and disrespected, and was scared to go back there. So she couldn't get the proper meds and the proper treatment she needed. Eventually she self-medicated using substances, and 2 years ago she overdosed in the apartment, and I wasn't there, and she died. So I've lost my wife and my young brother, and I attribute it to stigma in the healthcare system. We try to educate the new nurses coming in that they don't have to be part of what the jaded nurses here, the ones that, and I understand, okay, they've been spit on, they've been treated horribly when they work here and stuff, but they chose to work here. They chose to want to help. And, it's just unfortunate that their care is not up to par.
How do you think the healthcare overall could be improved?
First of all, like I said, the stigma, removing the stigma would be one of the first things. I think also having a well-designed triage center. Everyone wants to be treated the same, right? So it's not really so much about equality, but it's more about the quality of care, right? So you can say, yeah, treat everyone equal, and get everyone the same amount of time, because some people do go bypass the system and they do get through, and you kind of wonder how they got ahead of you after you sat there for 6 hours. Not really so much treating everyone the same, but treating everyone at the level that they need. So if everyone had an equal and care and quality that is the same, And that's the trick, and it's hard to learn. When you've already learned one thing, I understand. You say, for example, the nurses and doctors have been in the system for so long, they've learned a certain way. It's hard to unlearn it, right? You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but it's something that just needs to be talked about, like you're doing right now, and brought up, and talked a lot about it, have discussions and meaningful discussions. Unfortunately, it gets covered up because the hospital, you can't sue the doctor. So we tried to sue the doctor for my brother.
You cannot sue the doctor?
Cannot sue a doctor in Canada. We, especially in BC anyway, that I know for sure BC, but I would assume Canada as well. They are so well protected and insulated that there is no recourse for something like that happened, like with my brother, how there was negligence on the part of the doctors. When his body was taken away, I sat with him for about 6 hours after he passed away. I couldn't leave him. They had to kick me out. When they took his body away, they ruled it an accidental overdose, just to quickly cross the T's, dot their I's, and send it away. He died of high potassium. My mom and his family doctor got the report and told us, explained to us, right? When you have potassium level at about 5.4, that's about normal. 6 can become lethal. His was at 9 when they tested him. It's probably at about 11 when he passed away. And that's what they figured it out right at the end. So they knew that his potassium was way too high, because they're the ones that came and said, oh, he's very sick. And they tried to get a line in, but they couldn't, and it was just too late. So, we witnessed all this, but it doesn't matter because the coroner covered the doctors. He had the doctors back. And that's why they're killing so many people and nobody knows about it. Right? It really needs to be investigated. It really needs to have a good look at this. It's sad. It's sad to see. You see it all the time.
Thank you so much for sharing.